Hi my honeys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have this eyeshadow tutorial for you guys. Isn't it pretty? I'm really loving it. And of course, I am using the brand new palette from Colourpop Cosmetics called Gone Matte. So we have another eyeshadow palette, which I think is going to retail for $34, I think, just because of the Smoke and Roses palette. Do you guys remember this one? It is so good. That one retails for $34 and they're the exact same size with the same amount of eyeshadows. So this palette obviously does not have a mirror. For me personally though, when it comes to a palette like this, I don't need a mirror because I always just use a hand mirror for the most part, but they do have the names right in the front, and it's pretty big, and I love that we have warm and cool tones in this palette. So I'm really excited to show you guys this cool toned, is it like a cool tone, brown tone? I think it is. And I'm also going to show you the other product, which is their Blotted lip. I got a lot of these and I want to show you guys some swatches on my hand. I'm not going to put them on my lips because I'm thinking of giving those away to like my family and friends. So I only did some swatches on my arm. It does go live today at 10 a.m. It will be available on colourpopcosmetics.com. And I think that's it, you guys. That's all I got from the collection. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this eyeshadow tutorial because I can't wait to show you guys how I did it. Hope you enjoy it. So the first shade I'm going to swatch you guys is called Melty. These are obviously a sheer matte formula. They are buildable, very moisturizing on the lips. This next shade that we have is called On Film. Super comfy to wear as well. It looks like it's long lasting, very lightweight on your lips. This shade is called Missing You. And of course the ingredients are cocoa butter, shea butter, and raspberry seed oil. This shade is called Los Feliz. So me personally, you guys, I love more of a liquid matte lipstick. These are actually really pretty. This one is called Talker, but it's definitely not something that I normally would wear or purchase for me personally, if that makes any sense. This one is called Otter, but the colors are really pretty, and I can definitely see a lot of women actually like these because they are super lightweight and it looks like it's super comfy on the lips just by like swatching these. This one is called Super Mellow, but for me it would definitely be a pass. But I know that there's a lot of women that do like this type of formula, and this one is called Shook. So these are all the swatches, you guys, and now let's go ahead and get into the eyeshadow tutorial. The first shade I want to go into is called Cushion Cut. This color right here. And I'm going to use this as our transition shade. And I'm going to go into this Morphe brush. Very tiny, precise little brush. And I'm just going to start to apply it right here in my crease. And I felt inspired by this, like to dig into the purples because of my sweater. So we'll see where this takes us. I don't know what kind of look I'm doing just yet, but we'll see. We'll see where this goes. So I'm pretty much just going to stamp it like this. And then I'm just gonna start to move the eyeshadow back and forth. Ooh, that is actually pigmented. So there is a lot of kickback in the palette. So just an FYI, if you are one of those girls that does not like kickback or fallout from the eyeshadows, there is some fallout. I'm gonna switch over to my Morphe M433 with no product, and you guys already know the drill. I'm going to start to blend this out. I love doing this because it really softens out the edges whenever I go into a clean brush. I feel like if I go in with the brush that we were just using, I feel like it creates more darkness and it tends to take the eyeshadow a little bit higher than what I normally want it to go. So I always like to use a clean brush to buff out the lines, and it just creates a nice smooth look, and it gets us ready to apply a second color. Now I'm gonna go back into that same shade, you guys, and using now the Morphe M433, and I'm just going to apply it towards this outer corner and then just buff it out going outwards. This color is really pretty, but again, there is a lot of kickback in the palette. For a lot of you guys that don't know what that is, so once you pick up some eyeshadow, like there is some kickback. So a lot of people actually don't like that. I am one of the kind of people that I don't mind it. Like this is not a lot. Like I've seen worse before from palettes. So this is not too bad. And since it is my palette, I literally just go like that and it goes away. Do not do that if you are doing makeup professionally on someone. That is very unprofessional, but I don't do freelancing anymore, so I can do that to my palette because it's gonna go strictly on my eyes again. Now I'm gonna go into Big Hugs, and this is gonna be kind of like a transition shade, but I'm just gonna use this to, still using the Morphe M433, and I'm going to apply it right on top to just blend out these harsh lines and make it look more smooth. And I'm also using a very light hand, you guys, when it comes to using eyeshadows overall. I feel like if you use a light hand, your eyeshadows turn out so good and they don't seem rushed, and a little bit goes such a long way. I always love building up the intensity instead of, you know, going in there applying product. Take my time with my eyeshadows, and whenever I do, they come out good. Now to darken it up just a little bit more towards this outer corner, you guys, I'm gonna go into Velvet Dress, which I think is like a dark plum shade. And I am just going to use the same Morphe M433, and I am going to pat this eyeshadow just towards this outer corner right here and make it more deep. So you can tell like it makes a little bit of a difference. I just want to darken this up a little bit. And then I will slowly start to bring it into the crease. Going into my P. Louise Base Rumor 02, I'm gonna start to cut my crease and do a half cut crease. All right guys, so now I'm pretty much just going back into the shade called Cushion Cut, and still using that Morphe M433, and I'm just pretty much applying it towards this outer corner. I am slanting my brush this way, so that way the eyeshadow can go this way. I don't know how to explain that any better. Y'all already know me, I suck at explaining, but I'm glad I'm doing a tutorial so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. And of course, I'm gonna go back into Velvet Dress, that dark purple, and do the exact same thing, but I'm just gonna mainly focus it towards this outer corner and not really touch like this section right here of the eye. I really just want to place it right here and still holding the brush at a diagonal or slanted. And then you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply the eyeshadow called PJs, which is a really nice like light pink peachy shade, and that is going to go all over the lid. All right, you guys, and then I'm gonna go into my Urban Decay Perversion eye pencil. It's just a black matte eye pencil. I'm gonna run this towards the top lash line, and then I'm taking my Morphe and collab with Ariel, buffing out the eyeliner, and then I'm going to set it with Roll Around, the matte black eyeshadow in that palette, and just pretty much smoke it out. All right, guys, so I am back. Sorry, I went ahead and just did my entire face off camera, and now I'm gonna do the under eye with you guys. So I'm gonna run this in my waterline, just like that. Keep it like that, nice and smoky. Going back to that small little Morphe and collab with Ariel, I'm gonna grab that dark brown shade, that dark plum shade called Velvet Dress. What I'm gonna do is try my best to keep it very close to the lash line because I don't want to bring it too far down. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and dust this off, finish the rest of my face, and that's pretty much it, you guys, for the under eye. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara with you guys here in just a second. Of course, for my lower lash line, I'm gonna go into Merit Beauty. This is their #1 selling mascara. You can find this brand at Sephora, you guys. And I'm just gonna run this and apply a good generous amount because I like when my bottom lashes look full. So here is the final eyeshadow look, you guys, using the Gone Matte palette by Colourpop Cosmetics. So I did get this in PR, but you guys already know that I'm gonna be super honest if you guys need it in your life. So this is a look that I created using this palette. So I am obsessed with this eyeshadow right now. It's really giving me like spring vibes, you know. I love Colourpop eyeshadows. I feel like for the price, they do such an amazing job. They have great quality. They blend really well. Like this looks absolutely blended, and yeah, I love it. Obviously a all matte palette, no shimmers at all, and I like it. Am I in love with it? No, like I'll be honest, I'm not like, it's not something that I see that I'm like, ooh, I have to have it. Do you guys know what I mean? It is a really pretty palette, and I love that it has the purples, this dark black shade here. I love when palettes have a black matte eyeshadow. I feel like you really do need a black matte in a palette, it just really bumps things up and it makes everything look so nice and smoky. I love this row right here. I love nudes. I just love a nice peachy nude eye look. So you can definitely create, you know, a very soft cut crease with those shades and warm it up a little bit more. So honestly, you can get super creative with this palette if you don't have something like this in your collection. Now, I am not like super like in love or obsessed with it, but I can definitely see myself picking this up and create other looks with it. I have other palettes that normally I play with it maybe like once or twice, and sometimes I'll be honest, I'll even forget about them. But this one, I can definitely see, you know, me using it one more time and playing with it. But it's definitely not a palette that I see that I'm like, okay, I need this in my life, just because for me personally, I have so many eyeshadow palettes, so I can create this look with another palette that I have here in my collection. But I do love that this palette is kind of like, it's broken in half. Like we have warm tones, we have cool tones, so you can definitely create something super cool on this side. That you can literally split this palette like right here down the middle, and you have all of the warm tones right there, and then you switch this side and you have all of the nice cool tones. $34, I feel like it's priced at a very good price point, and Colourpop just always has amazing products for a great price. So I'm gonna leave this one up to you. Also, they're blotted lips, you guys. I personally am not a girl that uses these. I usually just use a clear lip balm, or I am more of a liquid matte girl. For me, these personally would be a pass. I would definitely maybe give these to my aunt or to my cousins who don't use a lot of lip products and like to keep their lips nice and moisturized with a little bit of a tint. They would really enjoy these. You guys saw the swatches earlier. It's very sheer and it's not like a liquid matte lipstick. I can't wait for Colourpop to come out with more liquid lipsticks because their formula is also really good. It can be a little bit drying, but I really enjoy their liquid lipsticks a lot more. So hopefully they come out with more colors. So those are my thoughts, you guys. If you loved my eyeshadow today, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know if you're gonna grab this palette. I wanna know, give me your opinions and your thoughts. Of course, before you do leave my channel, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I will catch you guys in my next video, un video en español el sábado, which means this Saturday. But if you do want to watch another English video, I will see you guys next Tuesday. Besitos, los quiero mucho, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!